Hey everybody, today I'm going to show you how to take apart and replace the screen on a Toshiba Satellite C55D. That's Charlie 55 Delta. So, first things first, wear some form of glove. This is a black nitrile glove just found off Amazon. Any glove really will do, just something to keep the skin oils off the screen. So first thing you want to do is you're going to see there are two holes right here at the bottom. And there are going to be two black covers for it, just little pieces of plastic with adhesive on the back of it. Literally just take something, I got a metal spudger here, just wedge underneath it, pop them off. They're going to be two small Phillips screws. There's going to be one here and one right here. Go ahead and pop those off, and then you can pretty much just get a spudger for the rest of it, wedge it behind, or a fingernail if you got long enough fingernails. And then eventually this is just going to pull right off, like so. You're going to want to also get the spudger behind here too. So I've already actually replaced the screen just for the video's sake, to make it a lot easier and quicker. Oh, maybe this wants to cooperate. There we go. Come on, buddy. Let's tilt this back. There we go. Maybe tilt your screen all the way back. I'll have my handy cameraman this time. Next, you're going to find two screws right here on the bottom into this supporting hinge. So one right there, and one right there. Pop those out. Again, just a small Phillips will do. And then these two flat, I guess, flathead or flat Phillips. Oh, that just fell behind the screen. Don't do that. You can see I'm not really putting a lot of pressure on these. They're pretty easy to get off. All these are doing is holding the back base or lid to the hinge, so in just a second the whole thing's going to fall. So brace yourself. There you go. Okay, so now the screen is free-floating. Careful with it, depending on if you've already replaced the screen or not, or even if you haven't. So what you want to do now is there are going to be 6 screws. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it's kind of hard to see them up against the wall, 5 and 6. You take those 6 screws off, this entire LCD panel is just going to come right off. Okay, I'm going to leave it on because I've already replaced the screen. Then there's going to be a piece of tape, most likely. I've already retaped it. That's going to keep this into place. Be very careful with this. Take some sort of spudger again, or fingernail or whatever. Pry up the tape, and this just pulls out. There's no clip on this particular LCD panel. Pulls right out. All right, be careful with that. This part right here is also going to be have some adhesive on it. Make sure you very, very gently lift it off. Again, you can take a spudger if you want. You really don't need to. Once you unplug this, this will peel right back like a band-aid. Just be very careful with it. After that, I'd suggest just laying everything flat, and that way the hinge will line up, for the most part, with the LCD panel. The easiest way that I found is kind of put the screws on in a sort of opposite ends pattern. So I did the top right corner here, and then I did this bottom here, and then that one, and then that one, and then that one, and that one. That's really just a personal preference because I think it makes it easier, strictly for keeping everything level. Really, it's just if you're doing this it's a one-man job kind of thing. It's a lot easier that way. So let's try it out, make sure it works. Hey everybody. So there you go. Everything works. Preparing automatic repair. Yeah, I'm gonna let you do that in a minute. You shouldn't shut computers off like this, but oops. And then once you're all done, peel this off. You're going to have a nice pretty screen. I wait until I'm finished completely with the enclosure to do that. And then it's just going to be everything I showed you in reverse. So go ahead and pull the back of this back up. Maybe. This wants to cooperate. Not today. It's Labor Day, so we're not doing any labor, clearly. There you go. So really the only part you got to take note of is those flat heads are going to want to line up just like this. I can't really do it with one hand, but they're going to line up. Let me see if I can at least make an attempt. There we go. So they're going to line up with the corners like so. Only reason that matters is because when you screw those flat, wider screws in, they're going to lay over top of this right here, this metal bracket that's part of the hinge. And that's what keeps it fixed to the actual casing. So just make sure that they're lined up just like this. So you put those two in there, and then you put the 2 screws back in this little enclosure down here, snap the front plastic on, and then make sure that you put the other 2 screws with the covers on. And that's it. It's really not too bad. I don't know, I'd rate this a 3 or 4 out of difficulty as far as replacing laptop screens go. I've done way worse. So Toshiba, not too bad. Not quite as easy as some of the Dells I've done, but overall not too bad. So there you go. That's how to replace the laptop screen LCD panel on a Toshiba Satellite Charlie 55 Delta C55D. Thanks.